Yeah, hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we'll talk about if you are only a front-end developer, how to stay relevant in this era of AI. Because you know that LLMs are now trained in front-end technologies very well. Okay, and front-end technologies like React, Angular, in some instances Next.js, Node.js, and Tailwind, and normal CSS or any other kind of technologies that you will generally use in front end like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, TypeScript, right? LLMs are well trained in this right now because a lot of prompts have gone through the last couple of years, so that they can suggest now better solutions. So being only a front end developer kind of is really little difficult for you stay, because backend developer with the use of LLM, they can also now start coding front end. I mean, a lot of things we have seen for QA engineers, which is happening. Lot of layoffs have happened, right? Because with manual testing, AI, automation was asked. Now with automation also, since LLMs can generate automated code very quickly, very easily, that's the reason. I mean, they are even asked to retrain themselves or move into more better roles. So as a front-end developer, like I am front-end developer, for me, for serial front-end developers, how we can survive this AI era is the topic of discussion. Okay. Now, what I said is LLMs are trained in React, Angular, CSS, Tailwind, SADCN, Next.js, and you name it. Any kind of front-end technology, LLMs are trained, so which means that they can give better solution. I mean, proper solutions right now, and I mean, which is manageable. And obviously, there is not much. If an error comes in the front-end bugs, right? Front-end bugs, these are not too costly, but in back-end bugs are costly because directly there is a business impact if there is a bug in the back-end, right? Which is more, so that's the reason people are giving more importance to back-end developers always than front-end developers, right? So now front-end, so the solution is, what is the solution? The solution is to be design specific. Like you have to think like a UX designer, because UX designing is something that LLMs have not mastered yet. Like a lot of prompts have not gone through for creating design, because design is product specific, right? Okay, you can compare some product and go with the user flow workflow, and then maybe you can suggest the pages accordingly, only if you are a developer, not a designer. But wherever there is money involved, that is proper designs, proper workflow, because those have business impact. You customers may not like your kind of the pages that you suggested, right? What the LLM might have suggested. Which there are LLM tools where you can upload the screenshot of of your computer website or computer product that you have, and then it will suggest you, but it will be looking like similar product only. It will give you a similar product, maybe 50% of that or 40% of that. It will help, but it is not well trained. So what I'm trying to suggest is, if you are a front-end developer, be design specific, have opinions about designing, about product, gain that product knowledge, deep knowledge, and try to become a designer plus a developer. Right now, because of AI tools, front-end jobs are little bit now in this career side of things. I mean, you can be easily replaced in the next maybe 2 years, 3 years down the line, because LLMs will be very much strong in front end side of things. Okay, the other reason what I'm saying is become a front end design engineer, which will, because it directly impacts the revenue, and any errors or bugs that is there in the UX will have direct business impact. So it is important that if you become a designer plus a developer, then you might get credibility, visibility in your organization, and the chances of you getting laid off is less, is what I'm feeling. Next, obviously user experience, we have user flow, workflow, and the product, how the product is perceived by the customer, and how you get feedback from it. All this, lot of lot of discussions happen, lot of impact is there through designs, right? So it's, if a developer is kind of doing the design, the developer knows whether a particular pop-up is needed or not, or if there are multiple clicks, the number of clicks are more, if the number of tabs are more, if the form is getting longer, how to reduce the form size, how to, if you don't use pagination, how you can control the heavy data, and if you're having a dashboard, how to make it more visible, more without bringing a lot of data into it through tables and everything, how to reduce the number of tables, right? how to plan the navigation, how to use a sidebar with a navigation bar on the top or the navigation bar on the side, or how to have breadcrumbs, how can you have a guided tour kind of thing. So these are very important decisions that the UX and product generally takes. Now, if you are a developer and you have these design skills, decision making design skills, and plus you have the product knowledge, well knowledge, then you will be not be laid off. Okay. Then backend engineers with LLM can do front-end work is what I'm trying to say. Backend engineers with the help of LLM can do front-end work, but obviously with little help, and minor bugs will come, but they can manage. So if your application is more backend specific, and but there is a front-end that you have to just maintain it, then you don't need a front-end developer, because using LLM you can do it. Okay. The front-end bugs are smaller, has no major impact on business. Yes, it is obviously, if there is a front-end bug, it will not have impact on business. Maybe somewhere the color is not coming up good, or maybe the button is disabled. This should be enabled at that time, or maybe the primary secondary color problem is there. So those things, it can be easily be managed, because you don't have any business impact on it, right? Until it is a major change that you have done which is not working, right? Now, so that is how you can save your jobs in front if you are a purely a front-end developer. Uh, so be design specific. Think about, go deep into the product, know each and everything about the product, learn about UX design using Figma. It's very simple. Create your own workflows of the product that you are working on, or try to suggest your views in meetings and everything, so that people have an idea of that you are trying to be design specific, right? And that is how you will save your front-end jobs. And for senior people with AI coming into picture, it is important that you follow this. Is what from my experience is what I made this video. If you like this video, please like this video, share with your friends and families, and please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet. Thank you very much.